Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you about vibrato on the cello, specifically the motions that we need to get vibrato and how to get started. So there are two motions that we use. We need to have this opening and closing of the arm from the elbow motion. This motion occurs basically when this muscle, the bicep, and this muscle, the tricep, play ping pong with each other and kind of knock the forearm back and forth between them to get this motion. You can see there's no rotation at all. There's no additional motion in the arm. We're just opening and closing from this point. Okay, and this vibrato we're going to use mostly in the higher ranges and with the higher fingers. I'm going to turn a little bit more so you can see, and I'll show you this vibrato. You can see there's no additional motion in the arm, but for opening and closing from the elbow in making this vibrato happen. The other motion that we do is a rolling from the shoulder joint. And so we can get started with that by putting our hand on top of our shoulder and then rolling it around to the front. So we're going to do this motion, and you can see that the elbow is actually kind of the center of rotation. And so we don't want to see the elbow going up and down or back and forth at all when we do this. It's just, it's holding steady, and the rolling is of the whole arm from the shoulder joint. All right, and this motion we primarily use lower on the cello when we are, with lower fingers. You can see with this vibrato that the whole arm is rotating, and there is no motion other than the rotation from the shoulder. And so those are the two motions. The things we want to avoid is any kind of rotation from the elbow. You can see this one, I'm kind of turning the two bones in my forearm over each other from the elbow. The rotation is happening from the elbow. You can see I'm not rotating from above at all. This motion is going to have too much rotation and over too small of a distance. It's not going to sound very good or work very well. We want to use these other two motions. The other thing to avoid is just getting tight and shaking. We don't want that kind of vibrato. In general, tightness is the opposite of motion, and good vibrato is going to be a fair bit of motion. And so we don't want tightness because that'll prevent the motion we need for good vibrato. So that's it. So get started with these two motions, this rolling over the shoulder and this opening and closing from the elbow. And then I will see you again with more.